What's up, tech enthusiasts, and welcome back to Qualcomm Pulse. We're kicking things off with a massive shakeup at Intel, where CEO Johnston Holthaus has officially resigned. After a 3-decade career with the company, Johnston Holthaus is stepping down from her role as CEO of Intel Products, but she'll be sticking around in an advisory capacity until March 2025 to ensure a smooth handover. This marks a significant moment for Intel as they navigate these leadership transitions. And the Intel leadership changes don't stop there. Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan is making some sweeping executive moves, bringing in fresh talent and expanding roles to drive the company forward. We've got Kevork Kechichian stepping up to lead the crucial data center business group, and Senior Vice President Srinivasan Iyengar is taking the reins of a newly formed central engineering group, tasked with building a new custom silicon business. Plus, Naga Chandrasekaran is expanding his role within Intel Foundry Services, aiming for a more integrated approach to development and manufacturing. But the story of Intel's transformation isn't just about leadership shifts, it's about the strategic direction they're charting. With the creation of this new central engineering group under Srinivasan Iyengar, Intel is aiming to build a custom silicon business specifically for external customers. This move, alongside Kevork Kechichian's focus on the Xeon processor family and Jim Johnston's expanded role in client computing, signals a bold new era for the chip giant as they push into new markets and solidify their existing ones. And finally, we're hearing whispers from the analysts at Semiaccurate who are weighing in on these Intel management reshuffles. They're calling these changes window dressing and suggesting that the company might not be addressing its core issues head-on. With Johnston Holthaus's departure being called a very bad thing for Intel, the coming months will be critical. Stick around as we break down all the details. You don't want to miss this, so make sure you're subscribed and the bell is on. Intel's top executive departs amidst major shakeup. In a stunning announcement that sent ripples through the tech world, Johnston Holthaus, the CEO of Intel Products, has resigned from Intel Corporation. After an impressive 3-decade tenure, Holthaus's departure marks a pivotal moment for the semiconductor giant. While she is stepping down from her executive role, she will continue to serve the company in a non-executive advisory capacity until March 1, 2026, ensuring a seamless transition. This move comes as Intel, under CEO Lip-Bu Tan, continues its strategic transformation, aiming to streamline operations and refocus its core business areas. The departure, reportedly for good reason, as defined in her offer letter, including a potential reduction in duties and compensation, highlights the intense pressures and ongoing restructuring within the company. Analysts have offered a mixed outlook, with some maintaining a hold rating on Intel stock and others, like Spark, deeming it neutral, citing ongoing financial challenges despite positive technical momentum. Don't go anywhere. The full story behind Johnston Holthaus's departure and its implications for Intel is just beginning to unfold. And next, we dive deep into the new faces and expanded roles shaping Intel's future, including a brand new custom silicon business. Intel's leadership overhaul, new roles and a bold new business venture. Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan is orchestrating a significant transformation within the company, marked by a series of executive appointments and the creation of a new strategic business unit. Former interim co-CEO Johnston Holthaus has resigned, but will remain an advisor, while new leaders are stepping into critical roles. Kevork Kechichian, formerly of ARM Holdings, is now at the helm of Intel's data center business group, focusing on the development of the Intel Xeon processor family. Simultaneously, Senior Vice President Srinivasan Iyengar is taking charge of a newly established central engineering group. This group's mandate is ambitious: to build a new custom silicon business aimed at serving external customers. Naga Chandrasekaran, already a key figure in Intel Foundry, is expanding his responsibilities to integrate development, manufacturing, and go-to-market functions. Jim Johnston, a longtime Intel employee, has been officially appointed Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Client Computing Group, tasked with driving growth in the PC and edge computing sectors. These changes reflect a strategy to strengthen Intel's product offerings and foster a culture of engineering excellence, with all key leaders reporting directly to CEO Tan. The tech community is buzzing about Intel's aggressive pivot towards custom silicon for external clients, a move that could significantly diversify its revenue streams. Analysts are closely watching how these new leaders will execute Tan's vision amidst ongoing industry competition and the company's historical challenges in the AI space. These strategic shifts are more than just new titles. They represent Intel's boldest play yet to redefine its market position. Coming up, we get the critical perspective from Semiaccurate on whether these changes are a genuine breakthrough or just a cosmetic fix for Intel's deep-seated issues. Intel's executive shuffle continues, a new era for custom silicon. Semiconductor giant Intel is undergoing a significant leadership metamorphosis under CEO Lip-Bu Tan, with Michelle Johnston Holthaus, the former CEO of Intel Products, departing after more than 3 decades. Holthaus will transition to a strategic advisor role, signaling a new chapter for the company. In tandem with these departures, Intel is establishing a pivotal new central engineering group, spearheaded by Srinivasan Iyengar, who joined from Cadence Design Systems. This new division is specifically designed to cultivate a custom silicon business catering to external clients, a move that could redefine Intel's market engagement. Further bolstering the leadership team, Kevork Kechichian, previously with ARM, will now head the data center group, while Jim Johnston takes the permanent mantle as Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Client Computing Group. Naga Chandrasekaran's role as EVP of Intel Foundry is also being expanded to encompass Intel Foundry Services, aiming for a more cohesive operational structure. CEO Tan emphasized that these appointments are crucial for aligning innovation and execution, particularly with Iyengar leading the charge in central engineering to accelerate product delivery and empower engineering teams. This strategic realignment occurs shortly after the U.S. government proposed converting grants into a 10% stake in Intel, adding another layer of complexity and strategic importance to the company's future. The market is keenly observing how these executive changes and the new custom silicon initiative will impact Intel's competitive stance against rivals. Is this the bold new direction Intel needs, or are these changes merely rearranging the deck chairs? We'll get the unfiltered take next, as Semiaccurate weighs in on the true impact of these Intel management reshuffles. Intel's management reshuffle, a critical look at the changes. Intel has implemented a series of management changes, but according to Semiaccurate, these moves may not address the company's fundamental challenges. The publication suggests that the current reshuffle, which includes Kevork Kechichian leading the data center group, DCG, after his tenure at ARM, and Jim Johnston officially taking over the client computing group, CCG, might be more window dressing than a substantive solution. Srini Iyengar is set to lead the newly formed Central Engineering Group, CEG, and Naga Chandrasekaran is now the EVP of Foundry. While the incoming executives are viewed neutrally by the author due to a lack of direct familiarity, the departure of Michelle Johnston Holthaus is highlighted as a significant negative development, with the author asserting that sales are about relationships and her exit will prove detrimental in the coming months. Semiaccurate expresses a strongly negative view on Intel's current trajectory, arguing that while new CEOs often bring in their own teams, the timing and nature of these changes, especially after a previous upheaval, could negatively impact morale, a critical issue for Intel. The core criticism is that these adjustments address symptoms rather than the root problems plaguing the company, leaving a sense of unease about Intel's future path. Will these changes truly revitalize Intel, or are they a sign of deeper, unaddressed issues? Stay tuned as we wrap up all the week's top tech headlines and give you the full picture. And that's a wrap on today's Qualcomm Pulse. We saw Intel CEO Michelle Johnston Holthaus resign after 3 decades, while Lip-Bu Tan reshaped the executive team, bringing in Kevork Kechichian and expanding Srinivasan Iyengar's role for a new custom silicon venture, though Semiaccurate questions the long-term impact of these changes. Don't forget to like this video, Subscribe to Qualcomm Pulse for all your cutting-edge tech news. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment with your thoughts on Intel's future, and follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content.